What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great week so far. It is the bye week, so trying to sit atop the throne here as the best team in the NFL. Enjoy this bye week, and of course, we just keep getting bad news. So I'm here live today to discuss this news with you, and you know what I'm going to say, next man up. So no doom and gloom here, but we're going to break it down as we always do. Appreciate each and every one of you taking the time. We are live, so any questions, comments that you have, please feel free to leave them down below. If you're watching this later, you know you can always chime in. Love to hear from you. Always down to talk some birds. Hope you guys are enjoying this bye. I putting something together. Going to drop tomorrow for you. Just a recap of, what's going on with this season, what the roster looks like, who's on IR, our cap space, everything you need to know about the practice squad, all that stuff. And, look, trying to keep people, somewhat sane here. And look, I know it sucks. Without Eagles football, I feel lost at sea. But, my nerves, my heart could use a little break. So trying, but of course, we've got news like this. So let's talk about it here. Let's talk about what the Eagles have going on. Now, we know that the Eagles, we just had Nakobe Dean a few games ago on IR. So hurt this foot earlier. Now, we all know he didn't miss a game in college, but this, his first year starting, he got a foot injury. So gets placed on IR. And then, he comes back, was playing well. And Cunningham and Dean were the starters, but Morrow was still, coming in. And we had a three-man rotation. We talked about what that would look like if, it were the case when Dean came back. And I thought it was going well. Now, clearly, Dean's still very young, things to work on here. Morrow and Cunningham, we know who they are, and Cunningham's been playing lights out, so you love that. But you've got Christian Ellis here who can help on special teams, not really, much on defense there. So, look, you kind of just go right back to what you were doing a few weeks ago. You have Cunningham and Morrow as starters, and I don't think you're going to have a three-man rotation here. It's just going to go back to using those two that you have. Now, you've got that third guy, and in this past game, we actually had 5 linebackers, and that's because we elevated Ben Van Sumeren. Now, Van Sumeren was, as I had explained to you guys, to help special teams. So he wasn't going to play any defense, and sure enough, he did not play any defense. Now, you could also, bring a guy like Brandon Smith, a versatile piece, very athletic, who, we talked about, that tweener, kind of like Kyron Johnson. Use him as an edge rusher, off-ball linebacker. But you've got a couple in-house choices here. So Van Sumeren or Smith, maybe you want to elevate one of those guys just for depth purposes in case anything were to happen. But also, we're looking for that, little spruce in our game there in the special team. So that's why Van Sumeren was there. So maybe this kid finds himself on the roster. Now, we talked about Cam Jurgens coming back and probably filling, the hole that if Goddard goes on IR. But now you've got Nakobe Dean, who is most likely going on IR. So with that Lisfranc injury, at least 4 games there. It's not, season ending that we know of right now, but he's going to go get his second opinion here, find out what the deal is. But a foot injury again, look, I'm hopefully comes back after 4 weeks, but maybe up to 6, maybe 8 weeks, a couple of months it could take. You never know with something like this. And I'm not a doctor and I have no idea, but we're going to find out the severity of it. And we'll hear about, what the timetable is. But either way, this is luckily a situation we've been in, and we know that Nicholas Morrow and Zach Cunningham can get the job done. So for me, next man up, let's effing go here. But I'm excited either way about, this team continuing to grow and do their thing. And appreciate you tuning in. And look, you're going to have that. You're going to have people jumping ship. You're going to have people, season's over. I hate Nakobe Dean. He's injury prone his whole career. 2 years that he's played. His first year starting this year. His first foot injury now coming back. Whatever. People don't really know what's going on. They just like to whine. And we know, being the number 1 team in the NFL, you're going to have your whiners. But look, you just saw all those guys there that were the next up. And look, it's the same thing that we just dealt with a few weeks ago. So, and look, Dean was having a good year here, so it's unfortunate. And that this, guy is somebody that is part of this future. So you're hopeful that, he gets this figured out, gets healthy. You don't bring him back too soon. But it's unfortunate when you have injuries. Sometimes they can be nagging injuries, and that seems to be the case here. So, and it sure does suck for him. But look, Morrow and Cunningham, they were doing good when he was banged up. Now, the three of them were doing the best. So for me, I would like to be at our best and be healthy, but it's unfortunate. Dean will be gone. So I don't look at this as a good thing. Herschel, this is probably like day 5 in a row, I think, that this dog has now tried to come in on a video, barking throughout the whole video. I mean, he wants to be a star. Oh, just saw the beautiful girl's hand coming in there, so I'm guessing she's home. Hello, beautiful. I'll be done in a minute. But no, it just looks like he'll go right back to what we were doing before him. I do worry about if Deep gets outshined. No, I just think that, they still have the future that they have set out for him. But you're going to have the media spinning whenever they can, whining, and it's going to be hilarious. You guys know how funny I find it. But, this off season, we talked about adding certain pieces, this, that, the veterans. We've got veterans here that are going to step in, just like when he got hurt the first time. So I'm not worried about it. And, hey, look, I will happily give all my limbs and, whatever I got to do to help this team stay healthy. But it's an unfortunate part of the game. We've been very lucky the past couple of years that, we haven't been overly banged up. So, people will just get carried away. I don't understand how people get hurt in football. And it's like, dude, it happens literally all the time and it sucks, but there's really nothing you could do about it. So, hey, yeah, it blows, but next man up. And, I watched this team win a Super Bowl when everyone told me we couldn't win it that year. And look, I broke down how we could and how it was next man up that year. And they used it as a motto, and it really became something special. And watching that team win the Super Bowl with like 9 key players out, it was pretty beautiful. So I'm not much of a quitter. I'm not much of it's all over when something like this happens. It's time to step it up, baby. So the past people that just stepped it up a couple weeks ago, do it again. Let's go, baby. But you sickos in here, let's up and go. And Tim, how about it, Herschel? You son of a bitch. Always trying to steal the limelight here. And well, what he's really pissed about is that his room is getting torn apart here. He likes to come in here, you guys know, and lay on this couch, and it's been torn apart, but getting some things done here this bye week. I can't wait to next Behind Enemy Lines is when it's supposed to be all said and done. I think tomorrow's show is going to have to be set from a different location. I still have this, but this is where I got to knock this thing down and build a new desk. So, yeah, let's go, baby. Herschel trying to steal that limelight, though. He's always going to do that. Happy hump day to you all. Hope you're enjoying. Hope you don't have to sneak too much here to watch this one, but appreciate you tuning in. Liz, Tim, Tiff, all of you taking the time here. And look, and honestly, I just listened to the one yesterday where he was like barking, or what, the day before, and I could hear him, and I was like, son of a bitch, because I was wondering without my mic and my headphones if you guys could hear him, and you can faintly hear him, but there's times, but I'm glad that you can't hear it too much, but there's times where I just literally hear him, and it just, he likes to be a little sack bag. It's all the attention in the world belongs to him. That is what he believes. But look, this news, not going to break me. And again, if you missed it, here's one last look at the linebackers that we do have on this roster, doing the same thing we did last time. Dean went on IR, Cunningham, Morrow stepping it in, Ellis if you need him, and then you've got guys like Van Sumeren and Brandon Smith. And I'll actually show you the full list of the practice squad here. You can see that we've got 6 guys on offense, 9 on defense, 15 total, because Julian Good-Jones was just plucked off of our practice squad by the Commanders. So down to 15, I'm sure you'll see somebody signed to that practice squad in the next couple of days here. Enjoying the bye week, so maybe they don't sign anybody this week. But hey, man, whatever this team has to do, bring in another linebacker, whatever it is, they'll figure it out. No need to fear, and the media will take this and run. Oh, you know it, but we'll be right here laughing our asses off. I live about 2.5 hours away from Philly. I'm sneaking. Yo, I appreciate you. Always sneaking, always tuning in here and doing what you can to support the channel. And I cannot thank you enough for that. So I thank you, Liz, and hope you're having a great day at work. Quickly, people are to say, guys, prone. Yeah, they just don't understand. They follow the media's talking points and they just repeat them. And it's like, oh my God, help us all. And I'm glad you brought back the old wine coolers motto. Love it, my man. I love it. And man, it's insane. I can't deal with it. And they do it all the time. And they follow these ridiculously weird talking points for people that have no clue. And it's God help us all, but they'll be on board once we win the Super Bowl. I can promise you that, just like back in 2017. What's good, my man Jude? Appreciate you tuning in, dude. And hey, look, yeah, having that one injury this year, that is killer for his, second year in the league, first year as starters. You don't want to get hurt, but I didn't want Jalen Carter to get hurt earlier this year, or Jordan Davis last year to get hurt. I never want to see any of these young guys getting hurt. Look, I'm hopeful that it's just the 4 weeks, but it could definitely go beyond that, especially due to re-aggravating something. And as they, had said, they will give us a different timetable here, more set in stone, I would say, but you never know with that stuff. So we'll keep our ear to the grain. Or look, man, I know it's the bye week. We're trying to enjoy it. I'm trying to stay positive here for you because look, it sucks. You don't want to lose Goddard. You don't want to lose Dean. That really blows, kills the middle of your field on both sides of the ball. So don't like it. But next man up, it's coming, and I'm all about it. So, granted, Lisfranc injuries, no bueno. And let's say, yeah, man. So that's something you just want to put him on IR, let him get fully healthy here. And we talked about that when he came back. Is he fully healthy? Don't come back till you're fully healthy. You don't want that, to be reoccurring. And unfortunately, it came back. So, and linebacker 3 years to find a shot. Yeah, man. And it's like a lot of positions, it takes time to develop and learn the position. And we talk about that with, receivers. I like to give them that 3-year window. We talk about, quarterbacks, what that meant throughout Jalen Hurts' process. So for me, he's still got a lot of upside. I'm very excited about the young man. Nina, let's go. Yes, it sure does. But, look, part of football, it will happen. And I'm very excited about the next guys stepping on up because they did it just a few weeks ago. And look, yeah, man, it takes time. And, people didn't want to believe me about Jalen Hurts. And, they didn't understand what development was. And it's a very simple thing that people just get lost. This guy sucks. He's a bust. It's wild, man. People, they're reactionary way too much. So, hey, look, and I appreciate you, and I hope you continue to enjoy this bye week, guys, because, look, the media will do what they have to. They need to get clicks here. I just want you to understand that it is what it is. So tomorrow I'm going to give you a show where it's got all the stuff you need to know about our cap space, future draft picks, our roster, our depth chart. I want you to be able to look at this team and say, holy shit, he's right. We're winning the Super Bowl. And not only that, we are building a dynasty. I told you I would let you know by the bye week if I still felt the same way I felt before the season even started. And last year, I still feel that way. I think that how he has continued to build, how we have talked about dynasty season, I still feel that way. Whether or not these guys are banged up or not, I'm pumped. So let's go. About as Jordan Davis is one big hamstring. I think he'll be perfectly fine, but they won't give us that information until next week. And I think these guys, perfect bye week, they will get healthy. Don't really think we have to worry about much. But I got to get rolling here. I love you all, and we sure do. And we've got this whole effing league. We're the best team indeed. So all about it. I love you all. I hope you're having yourselves a great week, a great hump day. If you need anything, you can always reach out to me, whether it's about the birds, about life, anything like that. Always here for you guys as you are for me. But if you have any thoughts about this, you want to let me know, whatever it may be. You are already thinking about the Chiefs. You've got, playoff stuff on your mind, whatever it may be. Leave it down below. Love to hear from you. But I will be back tomorrow with that video. And then, of course, Fan Friday. We're not going anywhere just because it's a bye week. I will see you live on Friday, taking all your questions, all the topics you guys got, and running with them. Always enjoy that show. But I hope you're having a great day. Enjoy this bye week because, remember, no matter what the media says, we're still the best team in the NFL. And no matter what little narrative they spin or how many tears they cry, there's nothing they can do to change that, and they won't. For the rest of the season, the Eagles are the best team in the NFL. As I keep saying, write that down. They're going to have to take it to the bank. So, look, I appreciate you. I really do. And I do this because I love you guys and you sickos, you diehards that love your Eagles. That's what this is all about. That's what this show is for. So you keep coming back. I'll keep pumping out that content, doing my best to counteract all that negativity and whining out there. As Tim would say, the wine coolers. I always love that one, man. Truly love it. So I love you all. Have yourselves a great day. But until next time, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You enjoy the rest of that hump day. Stay safe out there. And as always, say it with me now. Go Birds!